morning. Today is Monday, September 12th. I'm Maureen Kyle with your 3 News Now morning update. Thanks for spending a few minutes with me on the WKYC YouTube page. And we start with Peyton for a check of today's forecast. Hey, Peyton.
Hey, Maureen. This morning, not too bad. Most of us are dry. A few spotty sprinkles have been out and about this morning, but temperatures low to mid 60s. Some of us even closer to 70 right now. That's Ashtabula. When it comes to where our humidity levels are, though, well, folks, you're going to feel the humidity as soon as you step out the door. Our dew points are above 60 degrees, which means things are kind of borderline uncomfortable. Those folks out in the rain, though, starting to see a little bit more drier air ushered in. We've got bigger changes, though, ahead of us. I want to give you perspective as to where the change has already been felt and experienced right now from Minneapolis, Chicagoland area back to Kansas City. They are sitting pretty in the 50s this morning. For us, though, 60s and closer to 70 and as muggy as can be. And that's why rain chances are a little bit more heightened to the east of us, too. As this cold front swings on through, fired by some daytime heating, I think the biggest threat for any active weather, once again, will be east of us, but really driving that point home past us. I think a few spotty isolated showers likely today, but this area of low pressure are going to give us chances as we head through the next 48 hours. So yes, this has to meander one direction or another, and it's going to move eastward. So that means the Buckeye State is on tap. But first, we actually see a dry slot. Now, meteorologically speaking, that means we're actually going to experience some dry time. That's in between the front and what's to come behind the front too, as it kind of wraps around. And as it spins about, you're going to notice our rain chances go up, they kind of fall apart, and we actually see some sunshine. So in your National hour-by-hour forecast, we try to break the clouds too. As this front sweeps on through, we usher in some drier air just a tad bit at first. Then we start to feel some more major relief as we head day by day. When it comes to, though, about 9 p.m. tonight, things are actually pretty clear, but then the cloud cover builds again as that area of low pressure is now atop of us. This is 5 a.m. tomorrow morning. A few showers likely with this cloud cover back in place, but temperatures tomorrow morning in the 50s as that cold front has already swung on through. So what Minneapolis, the Chicagoland area is waking up to now, that's what we get tomorrow morning. Then we start to break out into some additional sunshine, but the bigger picture paints that we are tasting like fall in this Union Home Mortgage extended forecast. We stay in the 70s all work week long. We start to warm up and we see more sunshine as soon as Wednesday. That's close to where we should be this time of the year. 80s are back, kind of a summery-like weekend too, but Maureen, I've been saying it all morning long. I think those folks that are planning to tailgate for the Browns or attend the Browns game at home this upcoming weekend are in good company right now by the forecast.
All right, looks great. Peyton, thank you so much. Well, a local family's prayers have been answered. A Twinsburg teen is on her way home right now after being lost in Atlanta for 6 days. Both the Northeast Ohio and Atlanta communities came together to look for Zari Linek, who went missing at the Atlanta airport after missing a flight last Tuesday. Zari has autism and was traveling to get to her therapeutic learning school. Then yesterday, she walked into an Atlanta police department and is now safe.
All of our friends and family and community and every single person that said prayers and sent out Facebook or Twitter or whatever through social media, because I truly believe through all that, this is the reason why my daughter is coming home.
Zari's mom says she's doing well and only had one request after being reunited with her dad and brother: to get dinner at Chipotle. Well, Cleveland police are investigating after 2 people were shot on the city's east side, including a teenager. This happened on Broadway Avenue. Police say a 17-year-old boy was shot in the leg and an 18-year-old was shot in the hip and back. Both were taken to Metro. No other information has been released at this time. Former East Cleveland Police Chief Scott Gardner is scheduled to be arraigned today on multiple charges of theft and fraud while in office, dating back to 2014. Gardner, who has been on administrative leave since August 29th, is one of multiple controversies surrounding the East Cleveland Police Department. 2 officers were indicted on multiple charges, including theft and interfering with civil rights on September 2nd. And on Friday, 2 other officers were indicted on charges of bribery, tampering with records, and insurance fraud. Also today, House Bill 99 goes into effect, allowing school employees to be armed on school grounds. The law requires up to 24 hours of training before an employee can go armed, and schools can provide additional training if they wish. However, this will not have an impact on schools that voted for a resolution against authorizing staff to be armed, and that includes Cleveland, Akron, and North Canton schools. This weekend, riders for Velisano took to the streets of Cleveland. The Cleveland Clinic's annual bike ride raises money for cancer research. Since its start in 2014, Velisano has raised more than $30 million, and there is still time to help. You have until October to make a donation. WKYC is a proud sponsor. They support and participate in Velisano every year. Well, on Sunday, mourners got their first glimpse of Queen Elizabeth II's coffin as it made its way to Edinburgh. The coffin left Balmoral Castle yesterday, draped in royal standard and adorned with a wreath of flowers. The 176-mile journey traveled through Aberdeen and Dundee, and along the way, adorning crowds lined the highways and filled overpasses as they paid their respects to the monarch.
I just found it really emotional. It's almost like saying goodbye to a family member. It's just really upsetting.
Mourners will be able to see the coffin while it lies in state for 24 hours at St. Giles Cathedral before it's moved to London, where her state funeral will take place on September 19th. Well, when you get on an airplane, what do you usually do? Do you like to put on your headphones, maybe watch a movie, maybe read a book? That's what Northeast Ohio native Adam Johnson usually liked to do on his flights. But in May of 2021, he ended up on an aisle seat next to Elizabeth Evers on a flight from Cleveland to Charlotte. And they talked for the entire 90-minute flight. The two exchanged numbers when they landed. And just days ago, they got married at the Charlotte Douglas International Airport.
We got married at noon and our flight was at 3.
Our day was perfect. We couldn't have asked for a better day.
Johnson and Evers had both relocated to Charlotte years ago and now have a home there together. They said that their advice for those looking for love, don't be afraid to start a conversation. Well, thank you for taking time to join me for this 3 News Now morning update. Our digital team will continue to bring you stories making headlines around Northeast Ohio and the world. Make sure you continue to check our social media pages and WKYC.com throughout the day. I'm Maureen Kyle, and I'll see you tomorrow morning on Go starting at 5 a.m. Have a great day, everyone.